Dgenz Crypto Daily episode 44 is coming right up.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Dgenz Crypto Daily. That's right. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Let's go. Dgenz Crypto Daily. News in the code. Riding on the blockchain. Heavy with the load. Lambo dreams are dying. Rugs are in the air. Chart gave us a meaning to the trading everywhere. Real Bitcoin's on the moon. And Ether's on fire. Holders in the storm. Lifted higher and higher. With chart in the lead. Watch the candles glow. Crypto's in the fast lane. Never gonna hit them slow. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, that's the key. Stay up on your game now. Trading is wild and free. DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free. DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Velo to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Fortunes you can see. All those diamonds. Digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.
Yes, I do have you wild and free. Good morning, everyone. Good evening, or maybe good night, wherever you are. Welcome to Dgenz Crypto Daily. We're in episode 44. That means we've been doing this for 44 days straight without stopping. And you would expect that from me because I literally live crypto every single day. You know, the first thing I do when I wake up is I check the markets. I don't say hi to anyone. I pick up my phone. I check the crypto tokens, where they are, and this is how I wake up. What is your morning routine? What does it look like? Are you saying hi to your wife or significant other? Are you checking on your kids? Maybe your dog is in your lap or on the bed. I personally just go for my phone. I got to make sure Bitcoin's doing okay. And if we're dropping 15% or 20% or going up 100%, and every morning is different. Every morning is exciting. And, I get more excited every single day we move forward in time because I know what to expect. I know what we're going to get into in the new year, and especially in October. So let's look into that. But before we start, as always, this is your opportunity to follow me on Twitter if you want to stay connected and get all kinds of updates from tokens, charts that we kind of look at, interesting tidbits about crypto. As well, if you want to join our community, you can go ahead and follow Dgenz NFT account. And if you click on this link right here, it will take you to our Discord community where we try to uplift each other and try to brave this crypto journey together. If you want to interact with the stream, I highly suggest it. And one way to do that is to go into the broadcast page just like that. And in the right-hand side, there's a chat option. You can say GM, just like that. And today I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys because I want to see some requests. You know, some days are more boring than others. Today, I feel like we should be taking out some requests. If you have a token that's interesting, or you come across and you're not sure if you want to buy it, send a request in the chat. I'll take a look at it. Okay, doesn't matter what it is. I'll take a look at it. All right. Lastly, if you are trading with us and you are taking our calls in our Discord, you can go ahead and well, I don't have the QR code anymore, but I will try to find it for you for the rest of the stream. But you can go ahead and go to Blowfin and register using our QR code, which I don't have in front of me, which is kind of terrible, but I will try to find it before the end of the stream. And you can take on our calls. You get 10% off on all the trades, specifically perpetual trades. So if you're trading leveraged, you can get 10% off. Okay. Let's take a look at what's happening in the world of crypto. We talked about yesterday the possibility of identifying Satoshi, right? What do you guys think about that? There is a possibility of them just using this to leverage interest. It's quite possible. I mean, it's coming out next week. They say they're going to unmask the creator of Bitcoin. We did discuss that there's a possibility of Len. Where is he? I forget his last name now, but there's a possibility of Len being the one who's going to be unmasked to be Satoshi. In the past, Craig Wright was trying really, really hard to take on that role as Satoshi with very much many unsuccessful tries through the court systems. Says here, tech publication Wired published a now heavily updated article suggesting that Australian computer scientist Craig Wright could be the inventor of Bitcoin. After the article came out, Wright went on a media blitz telling publications like the BBC, The Economist, and GQ that he was Satoshi. Look, guys, if you're the Satoshi, right, you obviously minted the first block. So if that's the case, move some Bitcoin, right? Move some Bitcoin around. You know, show us that you have the ability to move that initial Bitcoin from that wallet, right? And because he never did, it couldn't produce that single transaction. He's not Satoshi. It's that simple. And I think the reason why we're probably going to find out that either Len, again, the name escapes me. Let me find it. Yeah, Len or Hal Finney is supposedly Sassaman. That's it. So Len Sassaman, Hal Finney Most likely either one or both at the same time could have been Satoshi. And it's funny because both have died in 2013 and 2012, I believe, which now proves a point because none of those initial Bitcoins have ever been moved, right? If I'm incorrect, if I'm talking out of my ass, please let me know. So let's see what happens with the unmasking of Satoshi. I'm really interested to see if they actually do say something. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right, so there's an article saying that AI tokens lead crypto rebound on many strong U.S. economy. So that's true, but I haven't seen it yet. Like, if we were to go to my watch list, and we'll do that in a second, you'll see that we don't have that much of a rebound. If you guys can see my watch list here, this is my AI watch list, right? I have a whole bunch of them listed there. They really haven't rebounded yet. And we can probably go into them later really quickly, you know. But there's a few of them I like. They look very interesting to me as a setup, so I can go over them in a sec. But for the most part, I don't think that's the case. It says here, altcoins lead the digital asset market charge higher on Friday after geopolitical worries subsided and a blowout U.S. jobs report put recession fears to bed now. I did talk to you guys about the geopolitical stuff. I said it was a non-issue to me. It's not a major thing. I think people understand that nobody benefits from all-out war. Nobody does. The U.S. doesn't. Iran doesn't. Clearly, anybody in the Middle East doesn't. So I think it's one of those things that, you know, it is flaring up, but I think they're going to have to subside because, you know, Iran does not want any more sanctions. It was actually thriving without sanctions. So I think that's kind of like the leading role in all of this, even though they're trying to do the BRICS thing with Russia and Brazil, right? You know, and they're trying to do, obviously, China's in that. We'll see how that works out in the future, but for now, I think they don't want any sanctions. So obviously, AI-focused protocols like BitTensors and Render, they rallied 14 and 8% over the last 24 hours, which is nice, but I don't think that's anything major. With both of them, they have really, really big market caps, so maybe that is something substantial, right? 14% on BitTensors, a lot, right? It's adding probably about 200 million market cap. So that's that. We'll look at AI in a second. And then US election betting, of course. We talked about the two meme coins that are associated with the election, that is Trump and Comma. So let's look at them now before we get into some other stuff, okay? All right, so let's get into it. So Trump has been doing really, really well, if you guys noticed this. It's up to 28 cents. Okay. And this is on the 15-minute mark. It is trying to get to that upper area, okay? And, you know, we're possibly selling some here, so that near that 30 cents. And then we expect a pullback at some point just to get more volume, okay? So if we go back to the 4-hour scale, you can see that, you know, we were expecting some price action to hit this line right here, this 3-year EMA. Okay, so let me remove this for a second. This 3-year EMA is going to be a resistance, which makes sense because it's literally right there. Okay, So that's about 40 cents. If you're trading it, right, and you're not holding for this level here, which I talked about before, then absolutely sell at this level. Like, no question. Okay. You could extract more value past that. Like, you can get, you know, another 50%. So to go from 40 to 60 is 50%. So you can probably wait for another 50% and then go from there. But as you remember me talking about this, you know, I do not suspect this is going to get up to the top area. I don't. There's this much time left. We have until most likely a few days shy of November to sell. Could this have a crazy run? Absolutely. If it does something like this straight up, okay, congrats to you, right? But I'm taking my chances selling anywhere here. Okay. And be happy with it. Again, that's going to coincide with this section and this section. And traders will come in and sell. So that's Trump. The other one we're watching is Kama. It is starting to move up. You can see that it's getting some traction. The MACD looks really, really good, actually. If I take a look at the MACD. So it avoided the pinch, right? The negative pinch we don't like. So the pinch will be up to the downside. It is starting to curl up again, which is really, really good to see, just like that. We are going to get a price action to that level. So we're looking for most likely a 100% move, nothing more than that. Okay, so we're looking for 1.8 cents, 1.9 cents, maybe even 2 cents. All right. Again, it took some time to get through this. Now we're in that section again, right? And then it's going to be popping to the next level, which is, again, right here. Okay. Now we've got the politified tokens out of the way. Let's take a look at some requests. BTC, Sol, and Sui, 100%. Let's go into BTC first. Okay, so this is Bitcoin. And we have about 1 day and 10 hours for this candle to close. I don't suspect it's going to close bullish. For that to happen, we would have to really close. So say, for example, we get a push. We would have to close above, say, 66,000 in the next day and 10 hours to turn this candle super bullish, like super bullish. It is possible. I mean, it can turn into something like this, right? Even though this happened, don't regard this. This is actually a decent candle. It's not super bullish, but it's a decent candle, right? Because it's in the upper area of this wick body, right? It's not thick. The body is not thick, so there's some indifference. Okay, but you know, if we get somewhere here, maybe 64,000. I would say that's decent. It could turn into something like this, right? Again, we are in October. It is the bullish month of the year, simply put. So the conditions are right for a big run, okay? If somehow we turn this candle bullish, I fully expect us to get to 74 within like a week or less. Like this could essentially be just like a power move out of Bitcoin if we turn bullish, just straight up move. I really don't want that. I want us to like take our time. The reason for that is because we have certain levels we can hit, and then from there we gotta hold. So what I mean by that is if we get up here quickly, right, then obviously alts have catching up to do, but then we really don't have much room between that and this level here, which means like there's going to be some selling off, like hard selling off back to this level, or we would say we were near the top already, and then is the bull run over in 3 months? So we really want Bitcoin to just chill, right? Go up to here, maybe come down a little bit, hold for December, right? Allow alts to gain ground. So while this is going sideways, alts can actually gain a lot of ground. And then we can pop into the next level. We're not in a rush, right? Like, we're not. The longer this now takes, the higher we will go. And I really mean that. Okay. All right, so let's look at SUI. Okay, so we did talk about this in last stream, that we can use the dominances to identify where runs will start and where runs will end. Okay, so we saw that SUI's dominance was peaking. So if we go to SUI.D, just like that, okay, that upper wick tells a story, right? That means a lot of selling came down here, okay? And so most likely what we get from this chart is downward pressure back to these levels here. It doesn't mean that SUI is going to fall down in price. It just means that it won't do anything while everything else is moving, right? So for example, if Bitcoin starts to go into 70,000, all the alts are moving, SUI is not going to do anything in terms of price. It's just not. So the dominance is going to start to go down. And the price might stay at that 180 level, whatever it was. We can look back to it in a second. But you know, most likely we get down to here first, and then maybe go sideways for a little bit, and then there's a chance of going up again. Okay, so you got to be patient with SUI. Its time will come again, but it won't be now. So if we go to SUI again, right, similar kind of thing. It makes sense to say that we will have some regression, probably a hold within this area. Okay, because we have to have this inverted head and shoulders, right? You know, we had this long run up to this level. We stop, we hit this level again, you know, meet that bottom at some point, and then we go sideways and then up again. So in the new year, we can definitely see much higher valuations. Like I said before, I think we get into maybe $6, $7, right, in 2025. So just be patient. Just be really patient with it. Okay. All right. Sol. Yeah. So this fractal here. Let's move this down a little bit because now we know where it was. I'm trying to set it up so it touches these lines. See how these wicks are pretty solid. Okay. So now that we have a channel, you know, there's a possibility this price action pops out of the channel, right? This trading channel, and then, you know, does a surge. But I still think it's going to stay here for a little bit. I don't know. Something tells me it's going to stay there. You know, it's going to meet this upper area and then probably come down again, right? Because if it pops out of here, you know, if it goes up to this level, 203, say by the end of October, it has to come down again, back to 157, back to the next fib. So if it goes to this fib, then it's going to come down to this fib. Okay, and then we get into 2025, where now we have a runway, and then we can go. Okay, so that was Bitcoin, SUI, and Sol. We got a request for Crown. Okay. Crown. Okay, let's take a look at Crown. I wonder if it's listed anywhere else besides the text screener. Okay, it is. Let me This is going to be tough to look at. Okay, let me try to see it in Deck Screener. Just give me a second. All right, so much easier to look at. Okay, so this chart actually looks like the earlier charts we're looking at, which were Trump and Comma. Same kind of thing, right? Where there was a run up, drawdown, first initial pump, back down, right? Now we're creating an inverted head and shoulders, right? So this is the bottom of the head. Gets to the level, it's going to do one of these. So I think you're almost in a spot where you can start adding, okay? So what I would do is, let's take a look here, right? So that's the bottom of that shoulder, okay? So I would start adding anywhere here. So if you're close enough, I would start adding. Because when we get going, I guess this will first test this level here. Let me put it for you, just like that. And then the next one will be here. And then of course it's going to be all-time high. With all-time high, what are we looking at for market cap? So it's about a 4x. So we would be like 350 million market cap. What I would tell you is, be happy with all-time high. Okay. I don't know what, how popular this is going to be in the bull run. You just never know, right? Because there are many tokens out there that just surprise everyone. Like Axie Infinity surprised everybody. I remember in my Telegram, people were talking about it, and I disregarded it because, nobody knows what the hell it is, and it's really difficult to take on the risk because, why would you be throwing money away? So for me, when you look at these things, you go, all right, it's valued at 88 million, right? It has a possibility to reach those levels. Is 320 million market cap enough for this project? Okay. And it all depends on your conviction. If you're convinced that this is going to have mass appeal and it's going to gain crazy traction all over Twitter, it has a potential to get to 1 billion market cap, then go for it. I'm not going to deter you from that. But I will be cautious because, 300 million market cap is pretty strong for a project of this size, I think. Unless, of course, it has a mass appeal. Again, then I'm completely out of line. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Does that make any sense? Okay, so let's see a couple of tokens we always track. That is Velo. Let's do that quickly. All right, so where we are, let me remove this. As you guys can see, right, this is a weekly scale. We're being held again by these lines, which is amazing, right? Those lines were resistances before, now they're supports. So if we take a look at MACD, right, it is slowing down. The momentum is slowing down, which I don't like. Whenever I see something like this, I understand that things are going to turn around and go bearish. But because we're in October, I don't feel like this is going to all of a sudden turn on a dime and we're going to get down to here. Because if that's the case, it's going to suck. I'll be honest with you. It's going to suck. Why? Because, look, I'll show you. All right. So say, for example, this was the resistance. All right. That means if we get down here, look how much more time we need to get out. So we need to be in January in order to break through. Because then we would be getting another low. And in this case, we would be getting the second support in that channel. What we really want is we want to break out to the upside and then hold and then do that. Then it creates a different pattern. All right. Because at these levels, it can go either way. It can go to the bottom or to the top. But we hope that because it's October, we will be bullish enough and not do what we just saw. Okay. Oculus. If you guys haven't listened to our Oculus chat with Lee, I highly suggest you guys do so. I got even more bullish after talking to Lee, and I didn't think that was possible. It's really awesome to see the human side of people, and listening to his journey throughout crypto and throughout the music world really brings some positivity to a lot of negativity, obviously, in the marketplace. And I'm really bullish on Oculus now. I think it's going to be awesome to see how this grows. And they're actually solving real world problems. They're not just saying all these things. They actually have products out there, and it's only a matter of time before we see the full potential of this project. So, use these opportunities when they're here. 8.2 cents. I fully expect this pattern to show up when we have higher and bigger waves. So when it's at 40 cents or 50 cents, you're going to come back to me and say, is it a good time to buy? Oh, I would say no. The best time to buy was actually in early October when it was 8.2 cents. Okay. Oculus will get going. It will be trending, and you will be way late already, right? Because look at this, right? Runs happen so quick that you won't have the chance to buy again. You just won't. So do yourself a service and add to your positions today. Okay? I'm a holder. I'm invested in it. I won't be speaking about it unless I had some game in it, and I do. So, I preach confidently that Oculus is going to do well because I know how it's going to turn out to be. Resistances for Oculus. Okay. All right, let's take a look at some resistances. So if we have to zoom out for that. So if we zoom out and look at some resistances, the ones we always talk about are here. So the first one's here at 85 cents or 83 cents based on this fib, the number 3 fib, which is fine. But I don't think we get there. I really don't. I think we just blast through that and get to the upper area. So now the upper area is all dependent on where we land, right? Because there's some resistances there. So if we look at this section here, we have this, we have this section here, right? So that will be something. Then we have this area here, okay? I truly feel by the end of the bull run, we'll be at least there. Okay. If I were to, actually, let me move it to another chart. Let's do Oculus on Mexi, all right? And why did I do that? Because I want to put it on a log scale for a second, okay? I'll show you what I mean. Because that kind of helps me identify a lot of things, including resistances, right? So for example, okay, so there's one right there, which we identify as 80 cents. And there's another one here, okay? Another one about here. And then the last one about here. Okay. Can we get to, I think it was like $8, right? I think that's the last wick here. Yeah, that's possible. In fact, I think if we're crazy enough to think that this project should be at least $3 to $4 billion in market cap, then we aren't looking at 16. Because right now, Oculus is fully diluted, which means there's no new tokens entering the marketplace. That means all tokens are accounted for, including tokens that are used for staking, tokens that are used for rewards and payouts to the staff and to the ambassadors. So no new tokens are being created. Okay, so I have to repeat this again. No new tokens are being created. So whatever you see out there, that's what it is. So if we're at 500, I think it's 500 million tokens in circulation. And if we're at say $15, right? So let's do this quickly. Times 15, that's 7.5 billion market cap. Let's reduce that by half and say that we're happy. So 3.75 billion market cap is at about $7, which is basically here. Would that be satisfactory to you guys? I think it will be amazing. I honestly think we can get there. I think obviously there's a lot of factors to get there, but I think we definitely can get there. Let's look at AI quickly. I know I said I needed to look at AI really quickly because it is popular. This setup is not bad. Let me just move it back to non-log. Okay. So this setup is actually interesting, especially because it is printing a really nice candle on the weekly, right? As you guys can see that, right? Lots of buyers are coming in. Most likely push this candle higher and higher. Okay. This is Hyper GPT, by the way. It's on Mexi. If you're looking at that, you're looking at this area here to sell, right? Same setup as Say and a whole bunch of other ones that we already talked about. Again, first wave, second wave, and we're going to get into the top of that. So if you're looking at selling, start selling at 10 cents. Layer AI, man, I love this coin so much. I'm looking to exit way higher than this, right? I set up this line here on this side because I want to see if it gets there. I think it should and will. So we're looking at 40 cents, 50 cents at the minimum. Why? Because its market cap is so low. I'll show you what I mean by that. So this is what I mean, right? 33,000 people are watching it. It's the market cap of 5.6 million. All right. Trading volume is about half of that. So the ratio is incredible. It's about 10% circulating, a little under 10%, which is still fine. As long as the tokenomics are pretty good, which means they're not dumping tokens into the pool, we should be able to hold pretty well with the price and we actually move up really quickly. So that's Layer AI. GCAI, I think I went over this before. I mean, I'm looking at this and going, what the fuck? And why I say that, because look at this volume, a weekly volume. And it went from here to there. And look how much higher it is than the average daily volume, right? It was resisted here at this level, right? But I think it's breaking out here. And I feel like if it breaks out, it's going to move really quickly, really, really quickly. So if you're trading this at all, right? First level of resistance will be here at about 3, which is nearly 3x. The next one will be up here, about there. 473, maybe up to 5. Do what you will with this, but I really like the setup. Really like the setup. There's a Mitra. Again, if you notice, they're all looking the same now, right? All these setups look the same. You know, we have the initial wave and then back down, popping over, touching back, and then we're going to go. So with the Mitra, same kind of thing, right? This is more interim. You know, we're looking for something here. Again, we're looking at something here, okay? Before there's any resistances. Okay. And the last one I want to do today before we end the stream is Fetch AI. Well, it's not really Fetch AI anymore. It's whatever. I think it's supposed to be AGI, but whatever. I don't remember the name. Again, very similar setup, just like we did before. Pop over, touch back. It's going to go up to there. Looking for resistances here, there, and of course the very top, which I don't know if it's going to get to right now, but it could. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. So trade accordingly. All right, so we're at the end of the stream. I really thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate this. If you found this helpful in any way, please reshare the stream. Let somebody else who's new to the space learn a few things. And maybe you could prevent them from buying the tops, right? And maybe they can actually buy the bottom this time. Thank you again for joining me. And maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow. Who am I kidding? Of course I'm going to see you tomorrow. Episode 45 is coming up. See you guys later. Bye.
Crypto daily, news in the code. Riding on a blockchain, heavy with the load. Lambo dreams are dying, rugs are in the air. Chart gave us a meaning to the trading everywhere. Real Bitcoin's on the moon, and Ether's on fire. Holders in the storm, lifted higher and higher. With chart in the lead, watch the candles glow. Crypto's in the fast lane, never gonna hit them slow.
Dgenz crypto daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz crypto daily, crypto that's the key. Stay up on your game now. Trading is wild and free.
DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz crypto daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets ebb and flow. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight.
Dgenz crypto daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz crypto daily, crypto there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.
Farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz crypto daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets ebb and flow. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight.
Dgenz crypto daily, fortunes you can see.
Fortunes you can see.
Mining all those diamonds, digital harmony. Dgenz crypto daily, crypto there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.